Okay, so we are back to it, and then we are seeing how to set up our brokerage account, live accounts to start trading on MT5, MT4. Okay, so let's go back to sharing screen. Hold on a bit. All right. So I'll just be showing us about three of those brokers that we always recommend. Then the maybe one of these days we'll do CoinEx as well, but I'll try to see if I can get the link from Anti-Dupsy. So yeah, the first thing is get that link from the person that put you on Wealth 2.0, but be sure the person is connected to the structure. And once that is done, the next thing you do, the next thing you do is to click on register if it is Hot Forex. If it is Windsor, you click on sign up. Then if it is Quet Financial, you do sign up. So CoinEx, I want to believe is going to be sign up as well, but I'll check that. So this is Hot Forex, and then you click sign up. Click sign up there. I'll click register. All right, so we've done the registration there. And right here, you want us to verify this, verify the email. So there's a code sent to the email that we are going to use to verify. So we have the code. We have that code, and then within 1 minute, we should do that. Then your account is ready. So we have the accounts on Hot Forex right now. It's coming up. All right, so while this is loading, I don't know why it's taking time. I can just check other brokers that we recommend, then proceed from there. Yeah, it's rolling right here. Yeah, I'm coming. All right. So I might be switching between brokers in case one is dragging. Just what we want to achieve is all those processes are the same thing. Sometimes the English they use might differ. Maybe one is saying sign up, one is saying register, like we just saw right now. All right, so we have this now, and then log in. So once you have this, the next thing is asking you is to profile yourself. So this profiling is sometimes maybe another broker will say KYC, right? If they say KYC is one and the same thing. So please, anytime you are doing this, make sure you are using details that you have ID card to back it up. Don't use any details you don't have ID card to back up, right? Otherwise, you won't enjoy your experience when it comes to withdrawals. You won't enjoy it at all. Mhm. All right. So on Hot Forex, we always have there's something about them. You see that you're creating a Naira account or you want to create a USD account. So a condition that is peculiar with them is that just pick one. You can't do the two at the same time. So because when you're generating your IB link to connect your new people, you should be able to connect them to just one account. So I'm going to stick to Naira. This is peculiar to them. Other broker, once you create it once and for all, you can either be in Naira or in dollars or in USDT. It can be so when you're doing referral. But any account you create, you can fund in USDT, in dollars or Naira. All right. But you just have to choose one of these options. You can't choose two at the same time. That's one thing with them. Okay. So Abuja here or FCT right here. City Abuja. How did you hear about us? You can put through the community. Should I use referred by a friend or there was something I use here. I just kind of use community. I'll find out now. So let's use referred by a friend. Okay. So right here, you want to be receiving promotions from Squared Financial, you can click on the rest. Sorry, from Hot Forex. And then if you don't want to, you can leave it open. But let's say we want to, and then you check all this, and then you proceed. So that's on the part of you creating KYC. Be setting up your account and creating your KYC. So you've completed that part. So you can come here to trading account. But one part I would like us to quickly create, which will be very, very important to us, is first of all, I like to do this, become a partner. So if you click on become a partner, you click on it, it captures your profile and you just choose this. You fill this part. This will help you to have a link to invite your friends to Wealth Hub 2.0, and then you can give them your own link for them to connect to you as fast as possible. So IB is IB everywhere, all right? So creating IB link means you're creating affiliate link. So we have yes, we have no. Do you have any experience? Let me just say no for her. An estimated number of clients you're expecting to be on your structure. Let's say 10 for this week. Estimated amount of deposit from existing clients. So this part is very important. Let's just pick within 1 to 10,000. How do you find your clients? And then let's go to social network, right? Then do you have any link you're promoting? This one, I think we can do without this. Let's click here and let's say go for it. Sign up. It's insisting that we should do this. So based on that, let me just put one of this link. Accept it. It's not accepting this. Let me put another link. Okay. So I use seminar. Okay. So using seminar canceled out the option to put a link. So everybody, if you're on Hot4X or any other one, and is requesting for a link, all right, since you're on 2.2, just use seminar and then say sign up. So your IB link will be ready, and that IB link is what you can share with your partner. All right, so you say get your link started, click on it. All right, so your link right here. Okay, see your link now. This is your link. You can click on that link and then you can share it to your friends for them to come in. So that aspect is very important. All right, so we're done with that. Let's go to creating trading accounts. Partner area, we're done. Okay, and let's go back home. Home. Hold on a bit. Right, let's just log in again. I want to see where we create trading account. I was seeing that just now. Can find it right now. Creating trading account. All right. Code. Use the code to log in. So the next thing we want to do is to create trading account, and then on the trading account. So this pop-up, you may not need to do this now. All right, you know what? I'll come back to this. Let me just go to Windsor and let's proceed from here. So right here, the sign up or registration process is the same thing anywhere you have. Okay. So just to create your profile and make sure those profile tally with any of the the particulars you want to use. All right, so you go to Windsor. You want to create an account on Windsor. All right, Michael, I see you. Don't worry, let me just go ahead with this. All right, let me share. Sharing my screen is not coming up. Can you see my screen now? Anybody? Stop sharing. Share again. All right, so we're back here. So right here, the next thing we do is to create an account, and this time around, live account. So I want to do this live account on Windsor. I don't use Hot Forex more very frequently. All right, but we can always get back to it anyway. It's just to look for a trading account right there and proceed with it. So what we do here is I want a live account. It's either you go for a live account or a demo account. First and foremost, if it's Windsor, you create live, and then you create new live account because I have existing live account already. So I click on new live account here. All right, so right here, I have here account type. Click on the drop down. Can click on that prime. The platform you want. The platform, I'm a fan of MT5. Then the next one you want, it's you want it denominated in USD. So that's just like the little variation with Hot Forex. Hot Forex, you have to select either Naira or dollar or something. So you click on create. The existing account I have here is 800143887. So let's see the new one I'm creating. What would be the login details for this now? All right, so that is created. And then we go look for it. The new one that is created. This is a new one now on MT5. Can see MT5 here, and this is the new account with zero balance. There is nothing right in here. So in any broker you're using and you're setting up your account, the three important things is for you to have your login ID, and then you have your server name, then you have your password. All right. So another unique thing about Windsor is that the password is the password you created for the platform. Why Hot Forex or Squared Financial, we send you a default password. So if you get a default password through your email, make use of it. Then if it is Squared Financial, it's going to use the password you provided, and then you can make progress from there. So now we have this, and then we want to take this into our MT5. So I'm going to come in with my phone right now, and then we do MT5. We introduce this new account into MT5 right there. So hold on a bit. Let me come in quickly.
Recording in progress.
All right, so I'm right here. Let me stop sharing screen here. And I switch to this. Yeah, host, please allow me to share screen right here. I'm waiting. I'm raising my hand. Can I share screen now? Okay. All right. Please, can you make me co-host where I'm raising my hand? Co-host. And Sean paper, are you there, please?
It's done, sir.
Okay, man. Okay, so let's go. So the details we have here, we have the login details, and we have to use that. So I'm going to my MT5. If it's MT4, I would have selected MT4 while I was creating the account. Did with that. So for MT5 now, sorry, let me put one more position here. Trade has come to entry. Click on this, and then I type Windsor. One thing you have to note is those extensions are very important. All right, the Windsor we were looking at on the screen, the server is Windsor Broker 1, Brokers 1. So you can see there is Broker 2, Broker 3. You need to pay attention very keenly to that server and extensions it has. What do I mean by extension? Like one, like dash, like real, like one again. Those extensions are very important. So what is closely related here is Windsor Broker 1, there's a Broker 2, there's a Broker 4. But what I have on the details on my credential is Broker 1. So I select Broker 1. If I select Broker 2, it's not going to work for me. You will just see not connecting, not connecting. Be wondering why it's not connecting. All right. So the next thing you need, this login is not username based, it is number based. So for all the brokers, it's always number. Even the odd forex is going to be number, and then the password they will send it to you. But that broker, please pay attention to it very well. So the number we have here before we switch here was 800, right? 582 and 82. That's what we have here. And the next thing I need to put here is the password. All right. So this password, you will get that on your email. But for Windsor, you should is the one you create by yourself. That's the one you will use. So if you get it on your email, copy and paste. All right. If it is the one that you create by yourself, just type it in. So that's those little differences. So don't be confused when you're using any other one. I've put my password, so I'm going to share the screen again. I want you to pay very keen attention to this part. Oh, was I still sharing? Okay, I'll still sharing screen, no problem. So next thing is the broker ID, the server rather. So for the server, please look at this Windsor Broker One demo. That's not what I created. I created live. Live is represented as real, and they added an extension one to it. So some people make mistake with extensions. They don't pay attention to extensions, and then they put a wrong server. And before you know, they can't launch that particular account. So I put here and say login. And here we go, we've logged in. I like to save this, so I won't be doing it again and again. The next thing we do now, we want to check and be sure that you did the right thing. So go to chat. First thing I like to do is to check the balance. Go to trade. This is 0, meaning it is that account actually. If you check your balance there and it is not showing what you put on the balance, then it is wrong. All right. So that's how that goes. So I pause here. I've introduced the account right
Hello,
in
Ezekiel.
here. 25. Yes, sir.
Hello, Ezekiel.
I'm with you, sir. I
Ezekiel.
can hear you, sir. I'm hearing you
Oh,
loud and clear.
Our lower entry on this trade is 38.13. So our stop loss should be 50 pips from 38.13. Okay. Our stop loss should be 50 pips from 38.13. This trade has also dropped massively. But if you entered from 38.13, which is our lower entry, it hasn't really dropped that much, which most times let's go in from the lower entry. We'll look for another trade and we'll post, but 50 pips from our lower entry, which is 38.13, is fine.
We can continue, sir.
Yes, please continue.
All right. So, like I was saying, I like to first of all come to check trade to see my balance. That helps me to verify that the account I introduced is already live.
Hello, everyone. I'll be dropping another trade on the group. But if you did enter from 38.13, you don't really need to worry. It hasn't gotten to our stop loss, but make your stop loss 50 pips from 38.13. If you've entered your maximum position, please don't enter this new one that I'm posting. You can go ahead, Ezekiel.
All right, sir. Okay, so we've introduced this now. So let's fund this account. We've introduced it. So to fund this account, we go back to where we came from. So whichever broker you're using is not a big deal. Just look for how to create account there and check deposits there. So what I want to do to this account now is to deposit. Parts, please, you need to really pay attention to your deposit method, the method you want to use to deposit on. All right, so right here, it is placed below this that you click deposit, and when you want to withdraw, this is withdrawal. And then if you want to transfer from account to account, this is transfer. All these things are self-explanatory. Just know what you want to do per time and know the right the right word for it. So sometimes there could be funding. Funding is still deposit. Don't be confused with that. Then withdrawal, most times I always see withdrawals. This is withdrawal. Another one could say withdrawal. Internal transfer is within account to account. So what I want to do is deposit. So if I don't I'll teach you withdrawal on this session, please. It's simple. What do you want to do? Withdraw. All right. What do you want to do next? You want to transfer within account. Look at this now. I have an account here. This is on MT4. If I've put money on this MT4 and I want to move it to MT5, I will just say check my ID. I'll call this ID. I'm coming to deposit. I just want to quickly touch on this. I'll check this ID while I click on transfer. Select that ID and do transfer from this account to the next account. So look at it. All right. Let's say I want to transfer from here and then to the one that has no money. And then I put the amount I want to transfer and I say transfer. All right. So that is how that works. So let's go back to deposit because that's what we want to do right now. So I come to deposit. On the last session I did deposit there. So, but today I'll just guide you and then you see how that works. So I want to deposit on this last account. I clicked on it after I select deposit. Then the next thing I want to do is to click on continue. Click on continue. And if you're using Naira, all right, use Pay. When you're doing local transfer, use Pay. All right, Pay, most of them they always state it out, Pay. So this is also unique to Windsor. Their Pay, they represent it as KP. So it can be confusing sometimes. Be looking for Pay, you can't find it. But this KP represents Pay. For those that want to do internal transfer, you can use that. Then for those that want to do crypto, you can use this last one. That's a deposit fast via crypto. You can click on this. So I love crypto a lot. I can click on this and use it, but I know majority may not know how to work around exchange. So let's say Pay. Let's say Pay. So Pay, put the amount you want to deposit. Like Chairman will recommend 700. And if you have less than that, it's still okay. If you have more, it's still okay. So clicking on putting 700 and the box there shows you the equivalent, the prevailing rate right now is 1,050,000. So you can just click on continue. Click on continue, and then it will show you the account number you should pay to, and then you pay to the account, and boom, you're good. So showing you to confirm, and then if you say submit, it will bring up the account number. It's loading it. I'm not going to make payments. All right. So it has brought us there. So the next thing we want to do, we have to click, we understand. You can see now at the top here, secured by Quora. It stated it clearly here, but when we started, it was just KP. So note that about Windsor, some little peculiarities I'm pointing out. So we click on this, then it brings up an account. And here we go. It's now fully represented. Pay, Sterling Bank, copy, paste, and then you pay. Please don't use this one. It might give you a different account when you're doing yours. So don't use what you're seeing here. So click on it the way we did it, then follow through. What did we do? We click on deposit, we put the amount, we click on continue, shows us the equivalent in Naira, and then boom, we accepted the terms and shows us the account right here, and we are ready to make payment. So if you don't make payment within 1 hour, this is invalid. If you don't make payment within 1 hour. So check any platform you're using among those recommended broker. Some could just be 14 minutes, and you have to work within that timeline. So that's it. Let's say we've deposited, and then the next thing we do is to start taking trade. So I want to see how the trade we took just now is doing. Sorry. All right. So what I was saying is, if you want a demo, please, is the same thing. Where I was clicking live, just click demo, and then click on new demo account and set up demo account for your own practice. It's that simple. All right. So I'm going back to my phone. Then let's go to trade management right now. Then I love the way the trade call is called now, where some of us have entered 3 positions when chairman called the first. I entered just 1 there. So let's see what we would have done differently. So I'm sharing my screen again on the phone. So we go to sharing. Let's go to that trade. I'm coming. Let's go to that trade. Share screen. All right, so we are on the trade. Where was that? Okay, good. All right, so we have this trade running. See what I did? I taught this last time to those that were on this call about trade management, a very special part about layering. You know, when the signal was called initially, what did I do? I just put 1 position. You know, I put 1 positions because I know I will not really look at it because of this session. So I put 1 position, and again too, Chairman said between 38.21 and 38.14. He has already given us a range. That already has triggered me to know that this trade I am going to layer. All right. I'm going to layer this because of the entry range between 21 and 14. That's about 70 pips. So I know I'm going to layer. First thing I did, I put at 38.19, which if it has triggered and start going my direction, I would have enjoyed an extra 20 pips before 38.21. But I was looking at what's going to happen, but it didn't start going immediately. And when it dropped to 38.13, which is also below 38.14, I put another one. And you can see I have just 2 positions out of 3 positions. And I'm still looking for a better entry, right? I'm looking for a better entry. So right here where we have the second trade call, I think Chairman was saying we should look 38.13. He now mentioned 38.13, which actually I've entered 38.13 based on 38.14 initial one. So what I just did here is called layering, and it's very, very, very recommended for all of us. You know, when we are taking trade signal, we should at least understand how to layer your trades. So I have one at 38.19, I have one at 38.19, and I'm just going to work between those 2. Let me just go to the lower time frame and see what is happening in the market. If the market is ready to start picking up. All right. So I could okay, if I want to take 1 more position right here, I can do that, but I see that the market is still dropping. So I'm just going to stick to those 2 and see how those 2 terrorize at least. So because the market doesn't immediately start going my way, I will look forward to it rising or me cutting my loss. Simple. That's what I'll look forward to do. So right here, what I have right now, let me show us how we can set our parameters. I didn't set them initially. So for those that may be taking it easy while they are entering a trade, you should quickly enter the trade, but that doesn't mean you should exhaust your position based on the entry range. If it is too wide, don't exhaust your position. Put one first, watch. All right. Then when it gets to the second range, put the second one, watch. And you can see that's exactly what has happened. It has gone below the first and it has gone below the second range. And right now, I just wanted to move a bit towards my direction and then I close it out. So let me put the parameters. I put 38.19 right here as, okay, let me just put 38.20. I don't want much from this trade anymore since it didn't favor me at the start. I just want to zeroize this. So I'm looking for 10 pips here. And then stop loss. Stop loss should be 50 pips from entry. And 50 pips from entry should be what now? 38.14. With the way it is now, it has gone beyond that. So I can't use 38.14. Can't use 38.14. I can use 38.09. That's 100 pips. 38.092 is not too good. All right, let me just leave the take profit first and leave the stop loss for now and see what's going to happen. The next one is this one, my entry was 38.13. So what I want here, let me just take this. You can see now that I'm not really doing the TP1 that was given to us because the market is playing a different game. All right. So all this is about trade management. When the market does not go your direction immediately, watch what is here. First instance, chairman does not look for much. It seems about 10, 20 pips, 40 pips in between. All right, so 10, 20, 30 pips in between. So you can also just play around with where your entry is and just aim for your 10, 20 pips around there. So on this 38.13, if I want to aim for 20 pips from here, I will just do 38.15. All right, or 38.16 because of the fraction at the back. All right, this is about trade management. Okay, this is about trade management. The entry did not go the way we planned, and then you have to employ plan B immediately and see how you can manage this trade to still come to profit. All right, or at least zeroize your red. That's about management. All right, so I've modified that. I've put take profit 1, take profit 2, but I have my highs on the go. If for any reason this goes below or gets to $20, I'm gonna cut it off. I don't want to lose it above $20. So I have that target too. All right, I have that target. So the next thing now is let's assume this entry, first one and second one, it's already playing out, and the first one has delivered my take profit 1. I'll be left with the second position, and the next thing I have to do is to break even. Yes, sir.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you. SL hit on our first trade. So we have the second trade. Don't worry, we will recover. We have the second trade. The entry is 38.12 to 38.06 for the second trade. So I think it's around our entry now. It's gotten to our entry. And so we can take that second trade. Let's take the second trade and then look to recover the first SL from this second trade. All right, please remember, don't over leverage, don't over trade. You can see how the setup is okay. Price should go back up, but for some reasons, the market did its own thing this morning and dropped lower than we expected. So price is around our second entry now, so we can go ahead and take that to recover. Over to you, Ezekiel.
Thank you very much. So as like what's happening now, Chairman has said we should look for a second entry. Everyone on the call am I still safe? You know, based on trade management, you will see that I'm still very safe and I'm still very calm because my lot size one is not outrageous. It's the micro of the micro, 0.01. My entries are layered. You see, first one, all right, where I put the first one is up here, and where I'm putting the second one. And now, playing by a different set of rules, I'm even bringing in the fresh entry, which is 3812. So 3812 to 3806. All right. So I'm looking at what the market is going to do, is as if it's going towards that 3806. So I'll be aiming for it to go towards 3806 before I can put the next one. That's trade management, just for you to stay sane in the market. All right. I'm looking forward to it. If it gets to 3806, that's when I will look at entering this. Or if we start picking up, to 3808 here, by taking out this liquidity I'm seeing up there, then I'll feel good to go for the next one and start riding it back up. All right, so now we've modified our entries and we were saying, assuming this has hit, TP1 has hit already, we'll be left with TP2. What do we do with TP2? We break even. How do you break even? You just modify your stop loss. So how do you do that? Just stay on it. All right, click on modify, go to stop loss. All right, go to stop loss and click and put inside the figure your entry figure here. That's your entry parameter. Look at it up here. 3813.58. That is my own. It might be different from yours, no problem, but you know where to check it. 38, 13 right here. So I come here, right? Please, that first one, it is assumed it has hit TP1. So I put 38, 13 point, a little bit above that entry. I can put it at 60 and then modify. That's what I'm looking at. So, but because the price has not come point, then I can modify. Where I wanted to enter, the coast is clear. Let me go for it now. All right, this is where I wanted to enter from and just put my third position. Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm done on my entries. That's all. All right, so you can see how I'm using two entries to run around what I have right here. All right, if not because I was still on this, my entry was to be a little bit above 3808, and I would have been in profit by now, but no problem. So if this TP2 hits, the next thing I have to do is to trail stop. And trailing stop, in this situation that I layered, I will just find a stop loss like 20 pips away from the positions that is still running. That's what I'll do. Find a stop loss 20 pips away from the position that is still running. So it's not really cast on stone that your break even should be a little bit above the entry of second position. All right, that one can be that way. Then the third position on trailing stop is not necessary that it has to be at the entry of the first position. All right, the entry price of the first position is not cast on stone. It's about you securing profits. So trailing stop for third position, with the way I layered, I will just check it out. What do I have here? 3809 is where I entered from. And when this trade moves to 3811, or maybe move to 3815, then I can come put my stop loss, and just come put my stop loss around 38. Let's put this on for now. I'll put this on 38, 50 pips away from 3809 is going to be 3804. But because I'm talking about trailing stop, and we assume that These have really gone away from my entry, which my entry is 3809.34. Let's say is now at 3815. I can actually bring my trailing stop to 3810, 3810, or 3811, which is like 40 pips away from the entry of this one, or play by my game. I take it to 3813, just 20 pips away from the entry. So I still give it a little more room to do what I want to do and then deliver my profit, and everybody's happy. All right. So I love the way the market just play out this month. Helps us to even know that this trailing stop is not cast on stone. That when TP1 hits, you have to go for the entry price of TP2, and then when TP2 hits, then you have to take your TP3 to where TP1 hits. Is not cast on stone. As much as you can follow profits and secure more profits is what matters. That's what matters on trailing stop. So it's not really cast on stone. So if you can be given a space of about 20 pips away from how far your profit has gone, it's a good trailing stop. Right? It's a very good trailing stop. 20 pips away from it, 20 pips away from it is a good one. But if the TPs are so tight, then you have to just use your discretion to see how you can manage that trailing stop on MT5. All right. If it is trade locker, I will just go activate trailing stop to follow it. And if for any reason the market start going against me, it will just stop at that trail stop, and I will still secure the profit I've been able to secure up to that spot, and then keep enjoying it that way. So I leave this right here. Let's move up. Let me just put this at sorry, at 05, right, for now. And then we're running with it. I've not put take profit on this. Let me put the take profit, and let me just aim for 40 pips here. Let me aim for 40 pips. 3809. I should have 3813. Let's use 14 because of the fraction. That's what I'm aiming for on this last entry. All right. Why the other ones I'm just looking forward for a rise and good. All right. So that's it about trade management. And the pattern today is very different. It's not the regular standard way of doing it. And it's dependent on what the market is giving us. So you work with that and find a way around you staying in profit. All right. So if it is a sell, it's the same thing, right? If it's a sell, you just know that your stop loss that you are modifying to either break even or trade stop or do the trailing stop. Your stop loss will be on the other way, the other way around. Let me use those last ones that I set them. All right, let's see, modify here. All right, so our stop loss here is below the entry price. So if it is a sell, our stop loss will be above the entry price. So it's the other way around. To be above the price, and then anytime TP1 hits, just find a way to bring your stop loss to the entry of TP2 and TP3, right? And then when your TP2 hits, then you find a way to bring your stop loss, further down so that you can secure the profits you've gotten up to that point. That is how that works on a sell. So just note that and make sure you always stay in profit when you're in the market. All right. So any question, if you have any question, please ask. If you have any question. All right. Do you have any question? Please ask if you have. Okay, someone says show us how you came about modifying. All right. Auntie Chamaka, are you good about modifying now on break even and on trailing stop? Please respond so I'll get it. Are you good on that now? I'm waiting for you. Okay, Ozu Ali. All right. That's something I'm going to do for you. Let me just let me do this. I'm coming. Okay, Auntie Duxie, I see that. Okay, so this is what I'll do. Let me leave my trade right here. Alpha. Okay. Remember, I didn't want to lose more than $20. I might have to take this out. Market is still dropping. I want to show us on a demo account. I won't be playing around with real money. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so let me switch to a demo account and show us trailing stop again. Then those new persons, please pay keen attention. It's not rocket science. All right, so we go again. So Auntie Chamaka and the other person. Okay, Obiamaka, I see you. Ozu Ali, I see you. So this is dedicated to those names I just mentioned. So now let's see. Every other part, how we introduce our account, you understand, is the trade management right now. All right. So the trade we enter didn't give us much room to do it the amateur way. So we had to do it the advanced way. So let's do it the amateur way now. So listen to the amateur way. But the advanced way, go back to watch it again and again and again because you need it. You really, really need it. Market doesn't belong to you. Market can do what you want to do. So you must know that advanced trade management and layering. So let's do the amateur way. So the amateur trade management now. Let's say we have an entry, which is our second entry at 38.12 or 38.06, and the market is around that region. And let me just say we have three positions. So all you do is click on your buy, since it's a buy. If it's a sell, click on your sell. You can see sell and buy at the top of my screen there. Or you come to quotes and click on XAU USD, which is the pair you are trading. The pair you're trading, you are on market execution, right? This is market execution, meaning any trade called, enter immediately, right? You see, while I was still talking, I've missed 20 pips already, unfortunately. That's what happened. So I've missed 20 pips. So you come here, make sure your market execution is on, all right? Because you just want to enter the market immediately. And then come to to your lot size, put 0.01. Okay. Next thing you do is to put in your TP1. So TP1, I'm just going to do 20 pips for the 3 positions. So how do you calculate your lot size? Sorry, your pips. Pips is simply movement per price. Where we were looking to enter was 38.07, but now price has come to 38.10. All right. To the right-hand side is the buy, to the left-hand side is the sell. So I'm looking at the buy price, 38.09, and I want to enter from there. So I just put my parameter for take profit. I want 20 pips. From 38.10 to 38.11 is 10 pips. 38.10 to 38.12 is 20 pips. So let me take 38.12 as my 20 pips, and my stop loss should be 50 pips away from my entry. I'm still considering that I'm using 38.10. So 38.10 down to 38.05 is 50 pips. So I click on 38.05. All right. Please, those 3 names I'm focusing on, just indicate you understand what I'm doing here before I click on buy, because this is a buy market. Like Chairman said, buy. And if it is sell, it's going to say sell. So I'll click on sell. All right. But the way I will set up sell will be different. So let me click on buy. So buy. So how I calculated my 50 pips. 50 pips. I just represented this the other way around. Let me take this trade out. So we just focus on what we have here. All right, that's the buy. I'm on this buy now. And then let's go for the second one. Second one, I go to either quotes. All right, let me use quotes so that we see it well. All right, otherwise I would have just used my chart here and click on the buy to the left, the right hand side, and sell to the left hand side. But the market, we want to go for a buy. So I go on quotes, I click on XAUUSD, I click on new order, and then I make sure it's on market execution since I need to enter the market immediately. And then I check my lot size, put it on 0.01. Okay. And what is my entry price now? Price right now is 38.10.59. That's what it is. And then I want my TP2 to be 40 pips. 40 pips. I've told us from 38.10 to 38.11 is 10 pips. 38.10 to 38.12 is what? 20 pips. 38.10 to 38.13 is 30 pips. All right. So if I want 40 pips here for my TP2, what will I put now? I'll put 38 what? 14. But now price has come up to 38.12 and I want 40 pips here. That doesn't mean I should still make it. I should go for 38.16. All right. It's just that I delayed. That's why it has taken, part of what I was aiming at. It has delivered part of what I was aiming at already. So I put 38.14 and then stop loss. I want it to be 50 pips away from 38.12. So most times repeat the stop loss that is given. All right. And let's say the stop loss that was given was that 30.05. All right, which was 50 pips away from the entry. I repeat it. All right. So that and the stop loss. And I say buy. Next one, I try. You see what happened there? Market has already given me TP1, no problem. Let me continue. Now I'm going to be fast. I'm going to just be putting it. You should please try to follow. 38, right? 38, 14 was what I was aiming there. that is 40 pips. Then 8, 16 will be 60 pips. That's my TP3. My TP1 is out. All right, let me do 38, 05 as my stop loss again for TP3. There's something I'm going to say about that's my TP1. But let me have 3 positions, so I'll be able to do trailing stop too. So I go to quotes, I go to new order, and I put 38.16. Let me put 38.18 for this 4th position. And then my stop loss is 38.05. Then I have 3 positions right. So on these 3 positions, what do I need to do here? I check my trade. And remember, I've set all my parameters. So what happened at first? While I put the first position, I was aiming at 38.12. Look at 38.12 here. All right. I just click on this cross sign and I take it down. See, my 38.12 is out already. All right. That's given me that. Where do I see that? If I go to history, see that profit here. It gave me $1.77. That is what my one gave me. You see, by just using 20 pips has delivered my profits. So I'm not, doing too much. So now TP1 is gone. I'm left with TP2, TP3, and then TP4. So since TP1 is gone already, I need to break even. Anytime TP1 is delivered, do break even. How do you do that? Stay on that position. Click on modify position. All right, then it opens. What do you want to modify? Stop loss, not your take profit. Take profit is to the right, stop loss is to the left, where you can impute. So this green is take profit, this red is stop loss. All right. Then the figure on top of the take profit is your entry price for buy. While the figure on top of stop loss is your entry for sell. All right. So we work with it that way. So now TP1 has been delivered, and you quickly need to take TP2, TP3. I have up to 4, TP4 to their entry prices. Taking them to their entry prices is called break even, right? So Mr. Halley, dear marker, please pay attention. I'm taking it to the entry price. What is my entry price? It's up here, 38.11. You don't need to look for it anywhere. It's always there for you. And remember, I got here. I stay on that position and I select that pencil kind of icon, which means modify. And here you can see below it's written modify. Action I want to take is called modification. So 38.11, I click on the stop loss side. I put 38, then put it at a bit above the entry. So I put 11.30. Simple. That's what I do. A bit above the entry. So it was 0.26, but I used 0.30. It's up to you to even use 0.28. Just 2 additional pips or 0.27, your choice, but make it a bit above the entry and be flexible. Nothing is cast on stone here. Just make sure you're following the profit. So I use 38.11.30, and then I say modify. And I want to do that to all the positions that are left. I'm already in profit. Go here. If this was my trade now, I would have recovered a lot. All right. But if I should be putting all this on my trade, it is called over trading and it's wrong. So that's why I have to leave my.
Ezekiel, check your trade. Check your trade.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I said 38.14 for the first one. Hold on, everybody. Thank you. See, my mama got me. Thank you, ma. So hold on a bit. Sorry, I'm coming. Check that quickly. be fast with that. Okay. Okay, we can use this thing. All right, come in, everybody. Let's see the pro part. I won't say much on this pro part because the newbie were finding it difficult. So you see what I did. You see what layering has done for me. Some persons would have been shouting on the group, "Hey, I lost. Oh, this is nah." You see, it went even far below 100 pips in stop loss. But look at it now. All right, this has given me profit of $4 on that later entry. See what the power of layering. Please don't disturb yourself about how this layering. Don't forget it is advanced. Just stay for like a week or two before you start doing that. I'll go back to that level. So let me go to XAU USD and let's see what's happening. You see, it's going back to my TP. What now? The TP2 I set. If you remember, oh, that one is out. Love the fact that we saw it. So what will I do right here? Let me modify this and be following what's happening. I want to modify this. So this 38.16, I'm now working with the current price, 38.16. All right, please still follow that material level. I'll go back there. I'm just trying to manage my trade. Let me just put this at 38.14. For any reason market want to retreat to that point, it should not put me in more losses than this 2 point something or 3 or 4. I'll be okay with that. It would be unprofessional for me to have reduced the loss of the very first entry up to $3 and still go back to maybe $6 or $7. That is very unprofessional, right? So see those entries that were looking like, I'm in loss and all that. I'm not in profit. So for everyone who has taken that trade and they're like, the trade did not work, I put 50 pips, it didn't work. You saw what I did. You saw the way I managed me. Those that were misbehaving, I was aiming at 100 pips. Then the one that looks more promising because of the way I trade, I looked to 50 pips stop loss. And everything has come back to profit. And this one that is left here, you remember, I'm not looking for much. I'm not looking for much here. What I'm looking for here is just for it to zero rise. You can see between where this entry is and where my take profit is very close. It's just 10 pips. I just want it to zero rise. All right. And if it comes back to hit my stop loss here, no problem at all. All right. No problem at all. I'm fine. I've already gotten out of danger. All right. So we are going back. It's looking good. It's looking promising. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to our material level. And let me see how I can round off that quickly. It's looking good. Material level. You now. Okay. Let's go back to the break even and trailing stop and material level. We're back there. So back to the quotes. Click on XAU USD and I click on charts. All right. So it's coming close to my entry. If we hit it, I'm good. And I'm not in any losses. Okay, so see what happens here. The market has delivered a TP1, TP2, TP3. Unfortunately, it will just do a trailing stop for the remaining position. You see the way it's happening. The first thing, what I did there was I did a break even for which of them now? Let me check. Okay, 38. The stop loss. Take profit. I did break even. Okay, I think this is the one I did break even for. The one I brought to 38.11.30. 38.11.30 because my initial stop loss was 38.05. So when the first one, delivered profit, I trailed, I break even by taking everything to 38.11.30. So that in case the market wants to go against me or want to take out of my profit, it will not take below 38.11.30. And how did I do that? I just modified by staying on the entry. Let me see if I've modified this. Okay, I've not modified it. By staying on this position, click on modify and modify my stop loss. Simple. That's all I did. I just modify my stop loss. All right, modify my stop loss to 38.11.30 and I say modify. That's what I did. So that was the break even. But at this point that it has delivered TP1, it has delivered TP2, the next thing I was supposed to do is called trailing stop. And trailing stop, TP1, when I break even, I took my stop loss a little bit above the entry, a little bit above my entry, which was, my entry was 38.11.26 if you remember. So when I took it a little bit above the entry, that's why I used 38.11.30. All right. Though this entry was more favorable, but I was just making it uniform with other ones so that I can, keep my. So for trailing stop, I should come to this 38.11.30 and move it closer to the entry price. The entry closer to the current price. The current price is. My strategy is to take it 20 pips closer. 20 pips closer. So 20 pips closer to 38.16 will be what? Right? Mr. Halley or Diamaka, can you type 20 pips closer to 38.16? Can you type it? Let me see if you're following. So that is going to be 38.14. Why am I doing this? I can't allow this market to turn to red. So that will mean that I don't understand trade management. And as important as that is, that you follow the money and you don't ever allow market to take your profit from you. So I just put it on 38.14. What did I just do? I trail stop, right? Look at this profit I garnered here. The first one I got here, I don't have to break even. It's TP1. Once that TP1 has been secured, then I start trade management. I had to quickly break even for all. And when I break even, before I even came back for the next stage of trailing stop, it has secured my TP2 and I'm happy. That has happened right here. Then the remaining position, I just have to move it closer to my current price. And I'm just 20 pips away from my current price. For any reason, the market start turning red, like from here, start turning red. It cannot take my profit from this 38.10 to 38.14. It can't take it. It's going to stop right here. And I'll be super excited that the profit I got from 38.10 to 38.14 is still secured. And how much is that? That's 40 pips. So I can't lose or reduce my 40 pips to either 30 pips or 20 pips because I don't know trade management. All right. So we've done that. And I believe the new people who needed extra explanation has gotten trade management right now. I think I was slow enough for them to understand right now. So Ozuhali, Mrs. or Mr. Ozuhali, please let's get a feedback. Do you understand now? All right. Okay. Dear Maka, do you understand now? Can we move? Right. So if you are okay now, please put 111 on the chat box. While I stop sharing screen, put 111 on the chat box. I'm going to be handing it over to our chairman, my mentor, and he is the one making us happy right here, giving us a lot of profits. No, I don't. Sorry, sir. Chiamaka, I do not amend my TP. I only amend my stop loss to trade, my profit so far. I don't amend my TPs, please. Or I leave it the way it is. Though at the point I did something on trade management, the TP I was aiming at initially when I entered from 38.19, 38.21. But since the market now went, the other direction and went so deep, then my interest is not in 20 pips anymore. I reduced it to 10 pips. All right, so that good question there. So I reduced it to 20 pips, and you saw me do that. So that's a good one there. Nice question. So why did I do that? It's called trade management. With how far the market has gone down, I'm not interested in extreme profit anymore. I just want that bad position to the rise. Simple. Then the other one I layered below, which tend to good positions, were the one I just want to deliver profit to, and they have. One delivered $2, the other one delivered $4. Fine with that. Then the bad position is not a wrong position, but with the way the market just deliver price right now, it turns out that first position becomes a bad position. For that reason, I reduce my interest, my profit interest on that to 10 pips instead of earlier 20 pips. I reduce it. And if the market continue dancing the way it's dancing, not quickly going back there, I will just aim at that same price entry. No, the same 38.19.33. I can just make it 38.19.40 so that I can zeroize it immediately. And the good ones I enter will now be my profit. While the bad one I enter, I just aim to zeroize that one and still in good profit that way. So, Chiamaka, I hope you got that. But this is not what I do all the time by modifying TPs, except I have to employ some high level of trade management like I just did in my trade today. All right. So any more good questions like that one, Madam Chiamaka just asked right now? I love the trade management section today. So please watch the video again and again. Watch that expert part and watch the amateur part. It will help you like a great deal. All right, thank you very much. So I'm going to be passing it to our chairman, our mentor that cares about us, making sure our purse does not lack profit. We celebrate you, sir. Please put 222 on the chat box as our chairman takes it away, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity.